push her.
No ghost.
I ain't scared of no ghost.
Oh, there's absolutely music playing on this stream.
There is. That was a big thing.
Oh, there's absolutely music.
Oh, hey, Ryland's recording. Oh, shit. There is.
Alright, audio's working. You're coming through just fine. So we
I
are
have a
live.
Spear!
Thank you for shouting that to the masses. I'm sure they were all concerned about whether or not you were spearless.
I have a spear.
Today is the, you aren't capable of sight, the Xbox E3 2018 briefing.
Way to be politically correct about blind people.
Saying, I mean, I've seen news articles. Blind people play video games. I have this up. I have the ability to talk in chat. I am still streaming simultaneously to both Twitch and YouTube. So I will be chatting between the two. If there are viewers from either one, you might not be able to see the chat. But this is going to go the same way that last year went. We're going to discuss for roughly the next 14 minutes on what we expect to see. We will watch the entire briefing in...
I'll be right back.
Okay. We will watch the briefing / press conference / announcements / whatever you want to fucking call it in complete silence. We won't be talking over it. We won't be doing any of that. Once the briefing is over, we will come back and we'll discuss what was announced for however long it takes and go from there. But in terms of the briefing itself, I don't know how long it's going to be. This one and Bethesda's are today. Bethesda's is later on at around 9:30 p.m. That's going to be in about 6 hours. So we'll be back, or at least I will. I don't know if anybody will join me around that time. But for now, we're just kind of waiting for this to start. And as soon as Ronnie returns, we will discuss our theories and what we are going to be doing. And on the screen right now is Ronnie's Twitch. He is not streaming. He's just joining me for my stream. But if you didn't know, there it is, if you'd like to go support him. At this point, we will just wait for him to return. He chose a very inopportune moment. And there's his phone. His phone's going off now. Yeah, E3. Most exciting time of the year for a gamer. And we've already had quite a few announcements. Yesterday was the EA press conference, which generally was pretty much universally decided it was the most boring thing ever. I was actually recording it, and I was going to make a video on it, and then I decided not to about halfway through it. It was not the most entertaining thing. They did do some cool stuff. Anthem is looking much better than it has previously. Like, a lot of people seem to have come around to that game. It also got a release date of February 22nd, 2019. So that is going to be fun because that's the same day that Days Gone is coming out. So a lot of people are speculating that it may have gotten such an early release date in an effort to have some leeway to be able to push it back further in the year, next year. So I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that will wind up being a thing or not. It's really just a matter of time before we find out when, if that will happen. Ronnie, are you back? Not back. In terms of the Xbox briefing, I would be surprised if we didn't see some form of Halo. That is kind of inevitable. Though I'm really hoping that they aren't banking on that being the big, amazing announcement for the year, because Microsoft really does need some new IPs. They need some new exclusives. And as much as I would love to see Halo 6 and see it be an amazing game for them, I would much rather them have new stuff and be able to keep their fans happier than they have in recent times than to see them just shell out another empty game with no heart to it. Um, Other than that, there's Gears of War, which has been rumored. I've also heard a rumor about them merging their two services, Xbox Live and Game Pass, into one thing, where basically if you have Xbox Live, you also get the free games from Game Pass. Now, that would be really cool, but I also don't see that happening because just recently, with the launch of Sea of Thieves, an Xbox exclusive, which they desperately needed, and a good game, um, there was some backlash because of Game Pass. So I don't know how they're going to approach that. Ronald,
Oh, that's crazy.
you're
But
crazy.
if you want, if you want to sit in and watch E3, Microsoft is announcing um, a bunch of games that are coming out this year, and hopefully an announcement uh, to Halo. Are you there?
No, I've left.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool. Perfect.
I was just.
Sorry, well, my cousin and everybody were giving my grandfather his early Father's Day present, so had to go over next door to do that.
Um, yeah, I was just discussing the rumors that I've heard. I don't know if you've heard anything outside of the typical, like, oh, there's going to be a Halo, there's going to be a Gears, and the general exclusives. Ronnie.
I have not heard anything like at
Yeah,
all
I
from.
honestly, the only thing that I heard, and none of it was in regards to Halo, but again, I said this last year and they didn't announce one. I'd be surprised if they went much longer without announcing another Halo. Um, the rumor that I heard was Gears of War. There's going to be three of them, three separate games. One of which being Gears 5, a true sequel. Another one being a real-time strategy like Halo Wars, and then another one being a battle royale game. Um, the other rumor that I heard in regards to Microsoft was that Game Pass and Xbox Live are merging and going to become one service. So basically, you pay whatever you're paying for Xbox Live, you also get Game Pass at the same time. But given the recent backlash that Game Pass received around the launch of Sea of Thieves, an online game that was troubled at launch with server issues, mostly because there was a lot of people using their free pass for Game Pass to try and play the game without having to pay for it. I feel like that would be sort of negative in that, and I don't know how true that's going to be.
Uh, I feel like they really like on top of like the Gears game and everything like that. I feel like I agree with you, sir. I don't think they're gonna go much longer without a Halo 6. They better do a console release with it though, because I want a new console, and that's the only way I'm gonna be able to get it.
I want one for
If not, I have
Gears
to wait.
because I wanted
I mean,
the
I could
Gears
do with a
4
console
one.
for Gears. I mean, totally, but
But like I
I would
wanted
much
that Gears
rather have
4
a
one, but
Halo.
it's like the Days of Play PlayStation 4 that they just announced and just released. It's just a regular
Yeah.
PlayStation 4. If it were a Pro, like that thing was gorgeous to me, the blue and gold. Actually, I'll see if I can bring it up. 2 seconds here. Days of Play. Let's just show this off on stream here. This
Ooh, do it,
this
sir.
PlayStation is just gorgeous to me, and the controller. I don't know if you can get the controller separately. I would buy that controller, but we kind of got screwed when it came to the God of War console. In that in the U.S. and like American territories, the controller was not sold separately. To get the controller, you had to buy the console. But in like places like Europe and Australia, the controller you could buy separately from the console and just get an extra controller or just the controller if you didn't want the console and so on and so forth. But if that had been a pro, that PlayStation, I would have been torn between the money I spent on the God of War PS4 Pro and the Days of Play one because I don't know, that Days of Play one was gorgeous.
I I don't know. I I didn't see any of those consoles unless you like showed them to me, and I completely
I think
forgot
I
about
know.
them.
I
But
mean,
I would
obviously
I
you've
think
seen
I
the
would
God of War
remember
one
something
because
like that.
you've been
Oh
here.
yeah,
But the
yeah.
Days of Play one, it's basically it's just a stark like PlayStation Blue console, but it's got the PlayStation
Hmm.
buttons on the front in like big giant font, and they're gold. It's basically just a blue and gold console, and it looks fucking gorgeous.
Damn.
And from what I've heard, it's extremely limited as well. I actually saw them at Walmart. I was there a couple days ago, and they had like 3 or 4 of them, but I didn't have the extra cash to throw at one, or I would have probably picked one up and tried to sell it online. Because give it another week, they're gonna probably be sold out and going for ridiculous amounts of money online.
Yeah.
All right, we have,
Hey, with this,
according to the time frame here, we have about 4 minutes until the conference starts. I don't know if there's supposed to be like a pre-show. I don't know if it's just going to jump straight into the conference, but it says that the briefing starts at 4 o'clock, so we'll see. But again, once the conference actually starts, we will go radio silent until the end, and then we'll stick around to discuss what has been announced after the fact.
you will go radio silence. I will scream bloody murder.
Well, I'm talking about on the stream, sir.
uh,
Yeah, what were you going to say before I interrupted you?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know. I honestly, Xbox is a big mystery for me this year. Because like they don't have anything that they announced last year that hasn't come out yet. The only thing is Crackdown 3, which we already know got delayed, and it's like that game's never gonna fucking come out. And I was actually discussing with Andrew, who some of you might remember from last year's E3, and I know Ronnie obviously knows him. A couple nights ago, that Crackdown 3 might wind up being the game that doesn't come out on this console generation, but winds up on the next Xbox because they said some very grandeur things about Crackdown 3, and it doesn't seem like those things are even possible on the current Xbox because it was based on technology that is kind of dying, and that's like cloud technology. The game basically ran off the cloud to simulate the destruction and stuff like that. And while cloud technology isn't necessarily dying out entirely, it's still there for like storage and stuff like that. But like a game running on it isn't really a common thing, and it's not wise to invest a boatload of money in that for one title. So they might just be waiting, trying to bide their time and build the game and make it viable on new hardware that might be coming out a few years down the line.
Yeah.
But
An Xbox
yeah,
game. Yep.
I don't I honestly I have no clue what to expect. Like Sony has pretty much laid out their plan entirely, and I
Uh,
Xbox hasn't said anything. The only thing I've seen from
they're
Xbox
also trying to
is
do it across like 4 different time zones, dude. So being late would be. I'm listening, bro. Keep going.
you start talking. Um,
I was talking to Luke. He's sitting here watching
the the only thing that
the
I've
thing with
seen
me.
from Microsoft that gave me I actually was very happy to see it is I think it was in response to EA yesterday, or it might have been before that, but they tweeted a very confident sounding tweet about like it was basically along the lines of, "Oh, you think you've seen announcements," kind of thing. Okay, they are starting. Going radio silent. See you guys in a few
I'm on the wrong
minutes.
thing. I'm on the wrong thing. No, I'm not.
This is the Xbox E3 2018 briefing. Please welcome the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer.
With Halo Infinite, we will join Master Chief on his greatest adventure yet to save humanity. We're now at a moment of exceptional creativity in gaming. We can't wait to show you what Creativity Unleashed looks like for you. So to all the gamers around the world, across time zones and languages, to every single person watching us on TV and on Mixer, and to our largest ever live audience, the thousands of you with us right here in the Microsoft Theater, welcome to E3 2018. I'd like to personally thank everyone who's joining us from FanFest. 100% of the proceeds from your FanFest tickets are going to Gamers Outreach. Thanks to you, kids in children's hospitals get to game with their friends in their favorite worlds. It's a great cause. That's what I appreciate most about gaming. Gaming brings us together. Gaming connects us. It inspires our truest cooperation. It creates some of our fondest memories of competition and our deepest conversations about the stories within games. Most of all, gaming fosters real community. It reaches across age, ability, race, gender, and geography. This is why I've always believed, and will always believe, that gaming is the great unifier. And what unifies us is our shared love of this art form. Legendary characters who captivate us, not just for 10 hours, but for 10, 20, 30 years. Bold stories that inspire the hero within us. Iconic worlds that are so richly imagined, we feel excitement in the air and danger on the seas. As gamers, we are at a momentous time where creative vision and cutting-edge technology together are delivering the art form we love. So, for months, our teams and I have traveled the world, meeting developers from Japan to Poland, from the UK to the Ukraine, from big studios to single developers, creators who seize the full power and potential of Xbox One to express their most daring vision for games. Today, we've curated a bold showcase of their best work, and ours. 50 games, 18 titles with exclusivity, and 15 world premieres. Some will be first-timers on this stage, and others will be first-timers on any stage. All are imagined by the industry's greatest talents. All demonstrate what true artisans can create: mind-blowing art, immersive sound effects, breathtaking worlds. So let's jump in.
Exclusive. World premiere.
So you're awake. Looks like death is not your fate. Just yet. Some time has passed since I found you. Your master still lives. They'll soon make use of his bloodline. The limb you have lost will give way to something more useful. You'll learn to appreciate its worth. Your death won't come easily.
Please welcome, from Bethesda Game Studios, Todd Howard.
How's everybody doing? It's great to see everybody again. You know, actually, the Bethesda event is a few hours right after this across the street. And Phil said to me, I'm having a few friends over. Why don't you stop by? And look, I know Phil is really, really charming, but damn, he's got a lot of friends. And the good news is, you're our friends too. We've had an incredible 16-year history with Xbox, going all the way back to the original with Morrowind. Now backwards compatible. And that goes all the way to bringing mods to consoles with Fallout 4. And now we are bringing the Fallout universe to Xbox Game Pass with Fallout 4 launching today. And hey, since we're here, we thought we'd give all of you an exclusive world premiere first look at Fallout 76. Yes, Fallout 76 is a prequel to all the other games, and it is our biggest one yet. It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Set in the hills of West Virginia, you are one of the first to emerge into an untamed and very different wasteland.
Years after our great nation began, we gathered together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This
sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you. So that if the bombs do come, our way of life will endure.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home.
For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself.
Country roads, take me home, country roads.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
World premiere.
Spirit of my silence, I can hear you, but I'm afraid to be near you, and I don't know where to begin, and I don't know where to begin.
It's just me, Captain Spirit. This is Chris to the Flying Fortress. Have you spotted Snowmancer? Not yet. Keep me posted.
Chris, breakfast.
Okay, Dad. You're drinking beer?
I don't need a lecture from my son.
I always get picked last for the team at school, and they never throw the ball to me.
They can't tell stories like you can they?
No way. Start the launch. Too late! Emergency!
You're too weak to fight me.
This time, you won't get away from me.
He was gonna get it done in the morning. It is alright.
I miss Mom's smile.
Me too.
Nobody's friend.
You're probably gonna change the world.
I hope so.
I know so.
But I really doubt.
Captain Spirit is here!
I think you're a vision.
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Download for free from June 26th.
Exclusive.
Commander Jack on deck. Welcome to Crackdown 3, the only game built like me. Big, beautiful, like a skyscraper, falling at your face. If you want to play on my level, follow my lead. Somebody give me my jam. It's all about getting the jump on the enemy. No building is too high. 60 stories up, incoming! You gotta build up that raw power. Grab more, grow more, nama, nama, nama. Big, bigger, Jackson! Then you need that firepower. Homing rocket gun, bullseye. Vortex cannon, see ya! Graviton tether. Have you two met? And the most powerful weapon of all, me. And then I roll out like a boss. I can push off fools, pull up the side of a building, or even bust out my very own tank. Oh yeah. Boom shakalaka! And these bad guys just won't quit. They got meth, mad scientists, and madder master plans. Here we go! The hits just keep on coming. Boom! Whack, whack, mother! Crack down, 3.
We will take back our world from the scourge of the machines! Glory to mankind!
And the skies rained missiles, and the ground burned to ash, and the seas boiled, and people turned into shadows. So let us not fear the heretics at our door. Even with their iron steeds standing before us, stinking of machine oil, and shining its heretical light upon us.
Remember, most of the country has been destroyed or occupied. Even those who speak our language might be enemies, by conviction or out of fear.
We will not falter! Let us steel ourselves against them! For this is our hour of glory! Amen!
Let's move out, Artyom.
They want blood, they will get it. We'll cross it no matter what those fanatics think.
And if the heretics come for our lives, we will stand firm! So you got me, you damned heretics! Artyom, jump!
Metro had me at its gritty visuals, brutal landscapes, and its mystery of the ruins above ground. What I love about our art form is the vast range of creative expression, from grim post-apocalyptic battles to hand-painted spirit guardians. Whatever world these creators build, whatever story they tell, whatever sound effects they use, we will work with creators to guarantee that their games look and play best on Xbox One. Like this next game, generations have loved role-playing games from inventive studios in Japan. Our next game is the latest in a legendary series. For the first time ever on Xbox, Kingdom Hearts.
It's cool! Guess he's too used to the beach.
Hey, Islander, what can I say? Look, even the sea's turning to ice. Wow. A walking, talking snowman. You really are alive.
Hello. Olaf, are these your friends?
Nope, never met him. Don't know anyone blue, green, or who's oddly spiky.
Give me strength!
Whoa! Yeah! Ha! Take this!
Look out!
Whoa. That's amazing. You can control ice.
Control it? No, all I ever do is hurt people. This is my home now. I can't go back. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Herc! Look out! Oh!
Things they don't really mean. Oh, you're only everything I ever dreamed.
Roxas does exist. His heart's inside my heart.
The other Twilight Town is just data.
So what will Elsa accept? Light or darkness? I know I want to know.
Well, good for you, but guess what? I won't let her fall to darkness.
So if you're gonna think twice, baby, I don't wanna know, baby, I don't wanna know.
This Keyblade.
Is that?
Mickey. You're too late.
Exclusive.
You needn't cower in the doorway. I actually like meeting new people. Besides, the conversation with my friend here has reached a bit of an impasse. I think he just needs a moment to cool off. Now, I sense that you brought me something to inspect. Show me.
Oh.
Oh. The waves of change roll throughout the seas,
and a new land is revealed. The Forsaken Shores.
a place of darkness,
Where fire and ash consume all. And from the depths, skeleton crews will rise to curse the seas.
an ancient evil set loose upon the Sea of Thieves. You have delivered unto me a portent of doom most terrible.
Oh!
You just wanted to know how much it was worth, didn't you? Fine, I'll give you 10 for it.
Jeg har altid syntes, at landet deres var vakkert og forstyrrende. Da jeg kom hit som barn, fortalte de mig historier om skapninger og monstre. Vi ved, at nogen er derude. Og du fortælle mig, hvem det er?
Exclusive world premiere. Please welcome, from Playground Games, Ralph Fulton.
Thank you so much. It is fantastic to be here. Today, I am excited to show you the world premiere of Forza Horizon 4, set in beautiful, historic Britain. Forza Horizon 4 features dynamic seasons in a shared open world, and seasons change everything. Let me introduce you to some of our team who will be helping demo the game today. Please welcome Bill, who is online with a few friends in the beautiful English countryside. He has chosen the incredible new McLaren Senna. And say hi to Solomon, who is hanging out with his buddies on the streets of Scotland's capital, Edinburgh. Solomon is driving the Hoonigan Ford Focus. And please welcome Andy, whose off-road buggy is perfect for taking jumps, scaling rocky terrain, and having fun on the coastline of Britain. But first, let's join Rebecca. She is enjoying the summer in her highly customized Nissan Silvia. The sun is out, the sky is blue, and it's the perfect day for a drive. Forza Horizon 4's Britain is a shared open world. When you play with the entire community. And that means the other drivers you'll meet in the game will be real people with all the variety, spontaneity, and fun that real people bring. Let's join Bill. He's in the same shared world as Rebecca, driving at speeds made even more thrilling on Xbox One X by the brand new 60 FPS mode. Meanwhile, Andy is bouncing around the dunes nearby. As you can see, Horizon 4 is still full of action-packed fun. And now we're going to show you how seasons change everything. In Horizon 4, every season changes the world around you, with each bringing its own unique beauty and unique gameplay. One of the great things about this shared world is that it's easy to interact with the people you meet. Here, Solomon and Rebecca use the new Quick Chat feature on the D-pad to start a new friendship. It looks like Rebecca has found some like-minded friends. It's great to play solo, but it's better to play with others. Horizon 4 lets you seamlessly enter co-op from within the game world. Seasons, time of day, and weather conditions are dynamic, but they are synchronized for every player, so the entire community will experience them at the same time. Now, as much as we'd all love to sit and watch the sun go down together, let's see how this scene looks in winter. The entire open world changes beyond recognition. In winter, the lake has frozen solid, and previously inaccessible areas can be reached. The trees have entirely lost their leaves, and snow and ice cover the terrain. The visuals and the driving experience couldn't be more different. And now a blimp has appeared over the ice to signal the start of a new world event. Forzathon Live invites the entire community to come together and cooperate to win big rewards. And while they head off to the event, I'd like to show you how the world of Forza Horizon 4 looks in spring. Once again, the world changes completely with the seasons, bringing new driving experiences, new gameplay, and new events across the whole world. Every season, there are new reasons to play Forza Horizon 4, and the huge, creative, fun-loving Horizon community will be there to enjoy them with you. Today, you've seen a completely new take on Horizon. In Forza Horizon 4, you will live in a vast, beautiful world in which dynamic seasons change everything. Forza Horizon 4 is coming to Xbox One and Windows 10 on October 2nd, and I am thrilled to announce that it will be included in Xbox Game Pass on the same day. Thank you so much.
Please welcome back Phil Spencer.
We know that exclusive games from our Microsoft studios are what originally turned so many of us into Xbox fans. My team and I take our commitment to you seriously, to make Xbox One the best place for you to play and for you to have the best games on the world's most powerful console. This is why we're increasing our investment in our existing franchises that you already love. And this is why we are amplifying our investment in new worlds that will deepen your love for gaming on Xbox. We embarked on a quest to find creative teams that have the mastery of our art form. And we found innovative game designers, master storytellers, exceptional world builders. And now, I'm proud to introduce the creation of a brand new Microsoft studio, The Initiative. Led by Daryl Gallagher, a visionary storyteller who has worked across some of the most iconic franchises for over 20 years. This new Santa Monica studio is building a team of world-class talent to create groundbreaking new game experiences. And next, I'm excited to welcome Undead Labs to Microsoft Studios. This studio caught our attention with their visionary approach to building a zombie survival franchise. They just released their second infestation, Into the World, and in the first 2 weeks, over 2 million of you have joined the fight to survive. Now, it's my distinct pleasure to announce that we have acquired Playground Games. This is one of the highest-rated studios of this generation, celebrated for their incredible craftsmanship. Not only will Playground Games continue to work on Forza Horizon, they're bringing their open-world expertise to an entirely new project. We can't wait to share more about that later. And for the fourth new studio, it's my personal honor to welcome Ninja Theory to Microsoft Studios. I met Nina and Tamim when we collaborated on Kung Fu Chaos back on the original Xbox. And a minute into playing Hellblade, you know you're in the hands of master storytellers who are fearless about telling bold cinematic stories. This is a team gifted in creating new franchises. And yes, we've got a fifth studio to announce, Compulsion Games. 2 years ago, we premiered a game we couldn't get out of our heads. A game that captivated us with its strong, fresh, and intense storytelling. We Happy Few is nearing its full release to gamers everywhere. So please help me in welcoming all of our new studios. By joining us at Microsoft Studios, these 5 new teams will have the resources, the platform, and creative independence to take bigger risks, create even bolder worlds for you.
Truth is the enemy of happiness. Isn't that the decision we all made?
Oh, but you know the truth, don't you? There's not a thing I can tell you that you don't already know. Is there?
Have you had your joy, Ollie?
People in town are getting a tad bit skinny. I think they're starving to death. And they're painting the streets in rainbows. Have you not noticed?
Oh, Ollie.
Why are you all wearing those ridiculous new masks?
You should get one. They shape your face into a smile. And when you smile, you can't help being happy.
We have to tell people. They need to know the truth.
No! It's better not to know.
Wakey, wakey, everybody. And it's another fabulous day in Wellington Wells. Do what you should be doing, and you never have to worry.
Sally?
Arthur, we're practically the only 2 people in this entire city not stoned out of our minds on joy.
It's not a lovely day for it. It's a terrible day for it.
If you force people to have the emotions you want and you've turned them into robots made out of meat.
Where is it? Where's the blackberry? You've gone too far this time.
People won't face facts. Not until we take their joy. And when we do that, they'll murder each other in the street.
Exclusive. World premiere.
Reaching out for no man's land, to take a breath and take a chance, and walk 1,000 nights to change the world. Where to go, when to start, who to trust, what to say. Found them all, just need someone to share. It's not in the dusk every day to carry on. Ain't so strong, I ain't so strong to go. Living in the past is not the way to live. I wish you could hear me say that I miss you. Why were we there back to back? Why were we there face to face? I must be alright when you're in the dark. If you lose me somewhere and your tears are in the air, I will ring a bell until you feel me by your side.
World premiere.
Washington, D.C., the most heavily protected city on Earth.
Within its limits, 177 foreign embassies, 550 elected officials, and 23,000 military personnel. In the event of an attack, critical personnel are evacuated, underground shelters open, while complex defense systems patrol the sky.
But nothing stopped the virus. 27 days after patient zero, Washington fell. It began with riots on K Street, then shootings in the National Mall. Troops withdrew to bunkers. Civilians were left in the streets.
America is on the brink of collapse, but some people have survived. Gardens grow on rooftops, their fences patrolled with rifles, in communities that live under constant siege. Survival has taken the form of urban warfare.
Centuries ago, on this very soil, brother fought brother, spilling blood to forge the United States. History is threatening to repeat itself.
Now, in the heat of summer, 6 months after the outbreak began, a remnant of a corrupt state lurks in the shadows, ready to engage in a new civil war.
Agents of the division are the only ones standing against it.
But how do you save a nation when its enemies come from within?
That crash site is just ahead. Duke, Kit, did you guys hear that?
Yeah. Closer this time.
Charles Darwin surmised that the flower was pollen by an undiscovered moth. 21 years after...
Look at this parachute. Dropped right through the ceiling. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, that'll come in handy. So you guys are coming, or what? Yeah. Oh, Merry Christmas. Ah, here's the door.
Karpinski, it's the division.
Hey, let me just talk to this guy.
Glad to see you.
We got a boy here who's gonna die without his meds. Those True Sons assholes confiscated him, along with most of our drinking water. Up around
Okay,
Pinwater Station.
meet us at the sinkhole? Yep. Okay, sure. Wow. Okay. Definitely from the capital. You should have a new side mission on the map.
Yeah, we're not that far.
Okay, do it after the crash site? Sounds good. They're just ahead of us, Matt. Hey, I see you. I'll be up in a sec. Kit, we gotta get you leveled up.
I know. Please help. I've been busy.
Toxic chemical residue detected.
A lot of loot down there.
Hey, you guys should really check this out. Almost there. So that's the control point.
Hey, wait for me.
Oh crap, they have a tank. Yep, I see him.
Don't aggro him yet.
Let me adjust my build.
Got my crossbow and chem launcher. Chem cloud out. Matt, can you flank them and get a clear shot?
I'll take that sniper on top. Wait for it. Got her. Matt, look out. All right, let me try to get that tank off you. More bad guys on the other side of the plane.
Grenade, grenade.
Dude, come on.
Yep.
Matt, I need your help. Over here. Seeker mine out. Whoa. Oh, I'm stuck. Use a little help. Thanks, Matt. Oh, there's a dude rushing through the plane. Guys.
Yep, I'll see what I can do. Got him. I'm down.
Yeah, hang on, I'll get you. I'll cover you guys.
Come on, come on. Get that weak point.
Oh crap, Matt, watch out. Setting my drone.
Thank you for the revive, Meg.
I've got this guy behind the tank.
Map of the hive, nice.
All right, just lay it on him.
Again?
Drone down.
Oh, there goes his armor.
Ah, you're on your own.
Keep going.
Good job. Level up, level 30.
Oh, sweet. Congrats.
All right, flare is up. Control point is ours. Nice. You guys want to check out the plane? Let's go.
Analyzing ballistic residue.
Looks like a rough landing.
Whoa, that's nuts.
Let's check it out.
Great idea. Let's just die.
So, game plan. Take the capital back. I think we're ready. 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go!
Please welcome the head of engineering, Xbox Game Pass, Ashley Spiker.
This is a special time for gamers. We've never had so many incredible games to play. storied franchises, uncharted worlds, new releases, and cult classics. Genres we love, and genres we'd love to explore. There's only one problem. Too often, we are forced to choose one amazing game over another. So we set out to solve that problem. And to answer the question, what if you didn't have to choose? What if you could play them all? The answer? Xbox Game Pass. A way to give gamers the ultimate freedom to play. And your response has blown us away. Not only are you playing more games, you are spending more time gaming. Freedom of choice is leading to more discovery, more play, and more fun. And we couldn't be more inspired to keep building and unlocking more for you. So for the last year, we've been working on how to give you faster access to all those games. We leveraged the machine learning expertise we have at Microsoft and invented a way to start your games twice as fast. And naturally, we're calling it Fast Start. Unlike the current ready-to-start system, which is manually configured, Fast Start uses machine learning techniques based on how gamers actually play games. And Fast Start is designed to get better as the algorithms and parameters are refined over time. I'm pleased to announce that Fast Start will launch for select titles in the June update coming later this month. Ultimately, it all comes down to the games. We'll continue to deliver iconic favorites like Halo: The Master Chief Collection, coming later this year. We also plan to release all new exclusive games from Microsoft Studios, including Forza Horizon 4, Crackdown 3, and more, into the Xbox Game Pass catalog on the same day as their global release. Every month, we'll also bring new games from leading creative studios into your Xbox Game Pass library. Games like Ashen, Warhammer Vermintide 2, After Party, and Phoenix Point, all available in Xbox Game Pass the same day as their global release. So that's what's next, but let's talk about what's happening today. Tom Clancy's The Division. The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. And Fallout 4. All enhanced for Xbox One X in gorgeous 4K, and all of them playable today in Xbox Game Pass. Thank you to all of the developers working with us to bring freedom of choice to gamers around the world with Xbox Game Pass. Thanks, everyone.
I thought I knew why I came here. I saw it. The end. It was so vivid. But now the truth feels further away than ever. I still have so many questions.
You said you were going out, but I heard you through the wall. I said don't go far. You had me searching for a reason, but I was in the dark.
We can't let Trinity get hold of this.
Let's think this through.
Do you realize the tragedy you have unleashed? The cleansing has begun. It falls to me now to stop it before it consumes us all.
What have I done?
What a shame you can't hear me. I speak louder. Thought you could keep me in reserve.
I know that it's not practical. I know that it's hard to believe.
Well, you fed me a fable, but I know the taste of mine.
You don't know that you caused all this, Laura!
You need to trust me.
We have to trust each other.
I speak louder.
He wants to alter the course of humanity. If you had that power, what would you do?
Exclusive.
What is wrong with you? Take your hands on that back, because you're going to jail.
They say I'm like Bruce Willis, unbreakable, die hard. True sickness, put this mic on the tripod. But I'm not Chow Yun Fat. Break 'em, still a pillar of stone. Blows into your skull. Lash on your whole militia like I'm Hannibal. Imagine you the antelope, and I'm the king of the jungle. Animal instinct, phenomenal stamina. Just think about a man on the brink of insanity. And it's me, you not a rapper, you a movie star. Checking who we are, be the booty tall. Molotov cocktail. Checking you'll get scored as who regardless. A marvelous, majestic. Nope. All my power harness shit, my spoken word like a Voltron sword. And these poems close to arsenic, every madly, deadly comes.
The powers that be,
it's in you,
it's in me, and MC, that's all we know.
The powers that be,
it's in you, it's in me,
in MC,
that's all we know. The powers that be, it's in you,
it's in me,
and MC,
that's all we know.
The powers that be,
It's in you.
it's in me,
in MC.
Exclusive.
They say you only live once. I beg to differ. I was born 3 times, and I've met death 3 times. My first home was Altanova. The curiosity I gained there cost me my first life. I awoke again in Tarif, village of the sorcerers. I once thought that this would be my true home. Everything changed when I started to ask the forbidden questions. What exactly is the true nature of the Black Stone? What lies beneath the vast desert? Who was it that was calling me from the depths beyond the desert. The world never paid heed to such questions. They just fought on, blinded, and hungered for more and more of the power. It is time that I, at long last, reveal the hidden secrets once and for all. Come to me, if you dare to learn your true wretched self. Behold, I am Elezra, the darkness born from the desert.
World premiere.
We've known each other a long time.
Hold the line! Hold the line! Nothing gets
You never had this much trouble. You gonna make it through this?
They're demons! I've seen them with my own eyes! Red Grave is completely taken over!
Let us pray for mercy. This is a trial from the heavens above.
Hey, honey. Need assistance?
Hey, you have to hit every single bump in the road? Gonna ruin my crew! Cheer up, crew cut. You taking notes?
Yeah, he's a real pro at smacking demons around. That's why I built him that well-functioning arm. To kick demon ass.
What? No chit-chat or monologue? Just getting right to the point, huh?
My brilliant badass work is worth every dime, you know it. Cash first.
Get back inside now! I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
Devil May Cry.
Please welcome, from Capcom, producer Matt Walker and director Hideaki Itsuno.
As director, I've waited 4 years for this. Thank you so much. DMC is back! English is hard. Matt, you do it.
Of course. It's been 10 years since Devil May Cry 4 was released, and fans have been asking for a true sequel ever since. So this is our response, loud and clear, that we hear you. Devil May Cry and Hideaki Itsuno are back! Early on in the development of Devil May Cry 5, we set our sights on creating something that was going to have world-class visuals. So we've scanned fully costumed models for all of our main characters, and with the power of Xbox One X, we're able to render them as realistically as possible. Now, while visuals are really important, the controls need to remain tight and responsive as well. So we've gathered the best minds at Capcom to ensure that we can still deliver that amazing gameplay that Devil May Cry is known for. And we think that we've made something that feels better than any action game we've ever created.
ほらほら。すべてのファンの皆様のために一番の自信作ができました。期待してもらって大丈夫です。よろしくお願いします。
Itsuto-san says that he is convinced that this is the best game that he's ever made because we made it for you, our fans. And we hope you look forward to seeing more.
Have a great E3!
Exclusive. Exclusive.
That tiny fox in a big world is a prime example of the reach of gaming today. A labor of love conceived and created by a single developer in Halifax, Nova Scotia, is today commanding gaming's largest stage. Whether you're sharing the adventure of a tiny fox with more than 20 million viewers on Mixer, or teaming up with Xbox Live friends to slay zombies, gaming is an incredible community. We've always believed that building community is vital for gaming. There's real power in our shared experience, sharing the same world, the same seasons, the same campaigns. And there's real meaning in sharing our love of gaming with fellow gamers. This community is the reason why we love premiering games here at E3. For the rest of our briefing, everything you show you will be world premiere games no one has seen before. Starting off with something entirely new from our friends at Bandai Namco. On my last trip to Japan, their creative team showed me a sneak peek at their next game. Now, you get to see the first look.
World premiere.
There are worlds that exist, separate from our own. where the impossible is reality. They consist of both good and evil. These worlds were never meant to meet. But things have changed. Now, they have begun to merge as one. And our last hope are the heroes we could only imagine, uniting to fight for our survival. Jump Force. Unite to fight.
World premiere.
It's been 15 years since the fall. The city is a corpse, and we are the worms. We burrow in it, fighting for every useful piece of land to preserve ourselves from the terrors of the night and the horrors of the day.
I know not who can hear my voice. I shall therefore speak a word unto here. Anyone who dares to steal food will be hanged, and their bodies will be exposed.
Every day we rise from dust to choose between bad and worse.
Get him! You're dead now!
And these choices we take to survive will create the world to come. You know the drill. Get to the nearest safe house and wait until dawn. Good night, and good luck.
Please welcome narrative designer Chris Avalo.
Hi, I'm Chris Avalone, and I'm excited to be working with Techland to create the world of Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 is everything you'd expect from a bold sequel to the first game. A fluid parkour system with improved natural movement, deep and tactical first-person melee combat, and of course, terrifying nights when the infected emerge from the depths of the city to feed on anyone they can find. At the same time, we invite you to a new vision of the post-apocalypse, a bleak and unforgiving reality that we call the modern Dark Ages. Today, however, we want to give you a look at one of the impressive new features of Dying Light 2, a technical and narrative advancement for the franchise. Dying Light 2 will be the first in its genre where your choices have genuine consequences in the game itself. From how it looks, how it plays, to the events that occur, everything in the game world can change based on your decisions. The following demo throws a bit more light on this. Dying Light 2 features a functioning ecosystem that reacts on multiple levels to the things you do and the choices you make. In the example we are about to show you, our protagonist undertakes a mission for the Peacekeepers, one of the many factions active in the city. They want you to negotiate with two survivors who are controlling and hoarding a water supply.
You going to insult us with another final offer?
Let's say you choose to carry out the Peacekeepers' orders, one way or another. After this, you will start seeing a significant change in the city as access to the water supply allowed the Peacekeepers to bring stability and develop the area. There's even running water for the people at street level, and that raises their morale and allows you to replenish your energy on the go. But there's a cost to this. The PKs have a rigid approach to law and order. So while the streets may be safer, it's only safer for those who side with them. So if you get on their bad side. Now let's return to that moment of choice. And instead of killing them, you choose to team up with this group to supply water on the black market. As you will see, this creates a very different set of consequences for the city. With water being a precious currency, it brings you access to new resources and trade, but this in turn attracts the worst type of people to the area. And this is just a single decision, one out of hundreds you will have to make, but it allows you to carve out your own world. Each player's game experience will be unique. And by the way, this is just what happens in the day. At night, well, things tend to get a lot darker.
Exclusive world premiere.
A lot of time has passed. You've gotten soft, complacent. You always knew this day would come. You always knew the three of you would be needed again. You always... Wait, what?
A brand new game featuring body-morphing genre mashups, 3-player couch co-op, 4K hand-drawn 2.5D graphics, and broad, non-specific feature declarations. They're back.
World premiere.
I was born to fight wars that no army could win. There was no fear, no failure. But the rules have changed. The enemy changed. And no one was ready for it.
The Black Hand. They are the world's most powerful private army. But even they should fear what they've created. This isn't a war, Rico. This is survival.
Does that happen a lot? Want me getting shot at? All the time.
World premiere. From the Coalition, please welcome Studio Head Rod Ferguson.
"13 years ago, when I began my Gears of War journey, we had no idea how big this franchise would become. And as it's grown, we've dreamed of taking it to new places and different ways to reach even more fans. And that's why today we're announcing Gears Pop, a collaboration with our friends at Funko to bring a unique mobile spin to the world of Gears. And mobile is not the only new place we're going. I'm excited to also announce a true Gears of War PC experience in a completely different genre, Gears Tactics. You create a whole new squad 12 years before Gears of War 1 as they hunt a locust monster maker responsible for destroying whole cities. It's our take on the classic turn-based strategy genre with a character-driven story, faster, more aggressive gameplay, a customizable squad and equipment, and of course, it wouldn't be a Gears game without a massive boss battles. We look forward to sharing more about Tactics with you soon. But it's not just about going to new places. It's also about having new experiences. And the amazing team at the Coalition is working hard to bring you our most ambitious Gears of War title yet, Gears 5. As Kate, you'll journey across the biggest and most beautiful world we've ever created, with the war for humanity escalates on two fronts, outside the capital city and within Kate herself. In this moment from the game, Kate leads a rescue mission to a remote village, but something goes horribly wrong.
Kate, you can't see this. You don't want to see this. I'm sorry. Kate? I'm sorry. Thanks for coming here. Of course.
Can I recommend we maybe get these people out of here?
Hey, just slow down.
No, Foz is right. We need to move.
What are you talking? He's dead, man. Give her a minute.
She'll get her minute in the Raven.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Del, we need to leave.
I'm not going.
Excuse me?
For months now, I've been having these dreams. Nightmares. But I think they were messages.
What?
Something's happening to me.
It's your grandmother's?
Enough. We'll deal with this later. Foz, round these people up.
I need help.
There's a place up north. I think we can find you answers there.
No.
Absolutely not.
We have orders.
You'll go with me.
God damn it, both of you, listen.
I'll go with her. Look, if you're missing, Jen will notice.
Okay. I'll push Jack the coordinates.
No, Corporal. You're coming back to New Ephira. That is a direct order.
Well, Captain, screw your order. This isn't about you, it's about me. I need to fix this.
Hey, watch her. Her necklace? That's a locust symbol.
Yeah, so?
She would never be our enemy by choice. I know that.
Because she would die for us.
I know that. But what if it's not her choice?
Where are we going?
Back to where it all began.
Who's in the shadows? Who's ready to play? Are we the hunters or are we the prey?
Hey, what are you...
Why did you come here with me? What did JD tell you?
This is a wild game of survival.
In the entire history of Xbox, in the entire history of E3, in the entire history of our industry, gaming is now at its most vibrant. Today, we shared our commitment to giving you the freedom to discover and play all of the great new games coming to Xbox Game Pass. Today, we showcased more games than we ever have before. 50 games, 18 titles with exclusivity, and 15 world premieres. Today, we shared our most diverse gaming portfolio in every measure, from breadth in art style, genre, and cultures, range in subject and setting, scale and story, and scope and creative vision. And every one of these plays best on Xbox. The world of gaming is on an historic growth path, where the increasing number of gamers is met with the increasing creative power of game developers. In this significant moment, we are constantly challenging ourselves. Where can we take gaming next? Our answer? We commit and harness the full breadth of our resources at Microsoft to deliver on the future of play. Our experts in Microsoft Research are developing the future of gaming AI, so the worlds and characters we enjoy will be even more rich and more immersive. Our cloud engineers are building a game streaming network to unlock console-quality gaming on any device. Not only that, we are dedicated to perfecting your experience everywhere you want to play, on your Xbox, your PC, or your phone. And of course, our hardware team, the same team that delivered unprecedented performance with Xbox One X, is deep into architecting the next Xbox consoles, where we will once again deliver on our commitment to set the benchmark for console gaming. And let's talk about our games themselves. We are committed to building an industry-leading first-party studios organization. And as you saw earlier, we are making one of our greatest single-year investments in teams by adding 5 new creative studios. We have committed our team, our company, our technical resources, so we can declare to you today and next year and all of the years after that, you will always experience the best in gaming on Xbox. So choose the games you want to play. There are worlds to be saved, heroes to be made, and legends to become. Together. Thanks, and have a great Easter.
In 2077, they voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues, sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else. Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion. But it's there, just around the corner. And it keeps you going. It's a city of dreams. And I'm a big dreamer.
Hello. Ronnie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. I had my mic muted in case something happened.
Well, that was a hell of a thing.
But that was a thing. I am thoroughly excited for the next 2 years coming up because you have Halo Infinity, which is considerably the sixth Halo.
Well, see, that's the thing though, is like it didn't look like a direct sequel. It could be something different. I mean, at this point, all we know is that it exists. So, like, there's still a lot in the air with that. We didn't get much information on it, as unfortunate as that is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's still exciting one way or the other. But, like...
Oh, heck yeah.
Even
Gears,
the... Like, I mean, they didn't announce a terrible, like, a super long list of exclusives. But the exclusives that they did announce, people were excited for. You could hear people when the Gears logo popped up.
Oh,
like,
heck yeah.
Like, people want these games. But even excluding exclusives off the list, the games that they had at this show were ridiculous. Like that anime game. Like, all the anime characters in one game.
Yeah.
Jump Force. Like, that looks crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not even a huge into anime in any way. But I know a few people that their heads probably exploded watching that trailer.
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of anime either, but I mean, be damn sure if it's on Game Pass, because I'm gonna renew my Game Pass with all the games that are coming out.
Well, it's probably not an exclusive, so it probably won't be. I mean, it might be, but it's not going to be guaranteed to be.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Crackdown 3, while yes, it got delayed again, it actually got a date of February, which everything seems to be coming out in February. That's going to be a busy month.
Yeah.
There were a few other ones that I can't remember. I didn't take notes because I'm an idiot. But Cuphead DLC, which that was inevitable. Cuphead did well enough to, at this point, they're gonna keep going with that. That excites me though, the Cuphead thing. Fucking Battletoads. Like, dear Lord, man.
Like, oh my god, I'm so excited for that.
Like, literally, like, that trailer.
Battletoads was...
The trailer started, and he said something about the three of you, and I was like, what? Because I was thinking maybe Ninja Turtles, but he said three, and I was like, no. And then when it finally, like, said something, it said something that triggered it, and I was like, oh, shit, really? Like I realized what it was. I was like, wow.
I remember as a kid playing that game on NES. That was crazy. I love that thing.
Ridiculously impossible game to finish.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What was the? I mean, easily the biggest ones, minus the exclusives, has to be that Cyberpunk 2077, because that's a big one that people have been waiting for. As disappointing as it is that there was no gameplay and no release information for it, that's a huge thing, and that trailer looked amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's made by CD Projekt Red, who, I don't know if you're familiar, but they make the Witcher games. And
oh, no.
The Witcher 3 is one of those games where the game comes out, and then the DLCs are the size of a full game themselves. Like, you get your money's worth with their games. So, like, that game will probably have hundreds of hours worth of content, and then they'll add a DLC and another DLC and another DLC, and you'll have, like, basically 4 games in one. So, like, that game's gonna be huge.
I mean, not... Oh, and the Sea of Thieves DLC that's coming?
Yeah, the new
DLCs?
The new place.
Yeah.
And also, I want to reiterate what I said at the beginning about I want a console. I want a special edition Xbox One X for Gears 5. I want it even more now that I know that they changed the logo to that, like, icy logo. Give me a console that looks like that, and I will be in line like tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll totally agree with that because we were both talking about getting a new console and everything, and I would love nothing more than to get a new console with Halo, even though Halo didn't really have a release date besides 2019, I think.
Well, I mean, Gears is the same thing. It doesn't have a release at this point. I'm surprised by Just Cause 4. I mean, it was leaked in the Walmart leak that happened, but it felt like it was too soon, and it still does to me. And then on top of that, it's releasing in December. Like, it's releasing this year.
This December?
Yeah.
Oh.
December 8th, I think they said, something like that. Like the first 10 days of December of this year. Which the last one, Just Cause 3, which was like 2 or 3 years ago now, released in December as well. So it's the same release window as the previous title, but it just seems so soon. The only thing I think it has going for it is it looks like it's a hell of a lot more story-driven. And can we talk about how Rico Rodriguez is channeling his inner Bill Paxton and driving into a fucking tornado?
Yes. I don't know. I feel like it's not too soon, but not. It's what
I'm saying is
right at that butter time.
I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna enjoy the game. I'm not saying I'm not gonna like the game because it's too soon. What I'm saying is it feels like this game is coming out too close to the previous one to be substantially different. And I can tell you, if you're someone that bought Just Cause 3 and played through just the main game and didn't buy the DLC that came out with it, you have no clue what they're talking about because this continuation is based off of the DLC for Just Cause 3.
Thankfully, I played it at your house, so.
But yeah, like that was pretty damn crazy. Even in the first like 10, 20 minutes, I was like, I think Xbox might have just won. And on top of that, you have all the studios that they announced that they've acquired. Ninja Theory being surprising as hell. Because Ninja Theory, you look at the way that this happened. Ninja Theory made Hellblade. It came out exclusively on PlayStation, and then just maybe a month ago, released on Xbox. And now they announced that they've acquired the company. So clearly they acquired them, released Hellblade without anyone realizing that they had acquired them. I don't know, maybe it came out, maybe someone knew, but like it's weird that like they just released an exclusive for PlayStation. It eventually got ported to Xbox, and now Xbox owns that company.
So what you're telling me is that Xbox is basically buying all the companies to where PlayStation's like, well, damn.
Well, no, because Xbox hardly owned any companies. PlayStation's got Naughty Dog and
true.
Sucker Punch, Quantic Dream. Like PlayStation owns like 10 companies. Santa Monica, like. PlayStation has owned these companies and will continue to own these companies forever. And Microsoft has had the only companies, at least until now, and I can't remember all of their names, that Microsoft has owned and owned forever because they're the ones that opened them, were 343 and the Coalition. And that's because when Halo ended and 343 took over, Microsoft opened 343 so they could continue Halo. Same thing with the Coalition. Yeah. When Epic stopped making Gears games, Microsoft opened the Coalition so they could continue making Gear games. So it's like, those are studios that were made specifically to make one franchise.
Yeah.
There was another game that was announced fairly early on. I want to say it was something to do with Activision. I saw an Activision logo. I can't remember what game it was.
I don't know. I didn't take notes. I was too busy.
Playing another Activision game.
Over.
Or screaming to the rafters about Halo.
Yeah, well, me and Luke were both screaming at the screen like little teenage girls at Halo, but No, we were also really excited about, the other release games that are coming out. He's really excited to play Fallout 4 that was announced for Game Pass and other things like that. He wants to play
And
the Elder
that's
Scrolls
another
as
one.
well.
That's another one that is interesting because Bethesda's conference is tonight, and I'm sure they're going to show more of it. But the rumor was that Fallout 76 was supposed to be like an online multiplayer something or another type of game. And now it looks like it's
Yeah.
just another Fallout. Like, it looks like it's the spin-off for this generation's Fallout. Like, you had Fallout 3,
Yeah, but is
and
that-
then you had Fallout New Vegas that was in the same engine as Fallout 3, but had a different story and a different, updates and stuff like that. This is basically Fallout 4's equivalent to Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because Fallout has always been a really good franchise, no matter how they've
The only
redone it,
overarching complaint that I ever heard about the previous, aside from your dog, the only real big complaint I ever heard about any of the Fallout games was during the 3 in New Vegas run. They didn't have much color to them, which they fixed with Fallout 4. And also, apparently those games did not run well on PlayStation hardware at the time. So, like, it's one of those situations. It's one of those situations where it's like, they definitely worked on it. And Microsoft does seem to be listening to people, acquiring all these studios and working on getting exclusives. Can we talk about how pretty Forza Horizon 4 though was?
Oh my God, that's another thing me and Luke were geeking out over because we wanted it so bad.
And that's again October.
Another October, and it's coming out on Game Pass as well. For what that guy said.
I have the special edition of Forza Horizon 3, so I'll probably wind up paying for it just to get the matching special edition.
I mean, I will too, but I'll, like I told you earlier when I text you, I'm gonna get the Game Pass back, but I'm also gonna pre-order, Forza and all these other, games that are coming out, whenever they get announced to pre-order. But didn't they say Forza was getting announced, like releasing the end of this year? Yeah,
October.
You said October, didn't you?
Yeah, beginning of October. Which is going to be crazy because those are basically like racing RPGs. So like it's like a racing game similar to The Crew. Like you can sink a lot of time into the Horizon games. Like I played Forza Horizon 3 for probably close to 60 hours. Never even came close to actually finishing it, and I finally just put it away. And it's coming out in the same month that Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out.
I'm
Call of
surprised they
Duty,
didn't really do
Battlefield.
anything for Red Dead.
Red Dead, it's Rockstar. Rockstar never shows anything off. Like they haven't shown anything at E3 in years. But I'm excited to see what Bethesda does tonight and Ubisoft tomorrow. Like Sony has already laid out their plans for their stuff, so like the only announcement that I'm expecting from Sony that I don't already know about is going to be Blue Point's game, which the rumor is a Metal Gear Solid something or another. Don't know if that's true or not, but that's the only thing that I'm expecting to see from Sony that I don't already have some inkling about. But as far as Ubisoft goes, there's definitely going to be something new, and then you have more Division 2, Skull and Bones, stuff like that, and then Bethesda has to have something else up their sleeve because they might talk about Fallout 76, but I doubt they'll show too much of it because they showed some of it here. And then you have Rage 2 that they're probably going to show. They might even do the same thing with Sony. They might come out at Sony's press conference and show something off. Bethesda's very, very friendly with both sides of the console war, for lack of a better term. So like, it could go either way with them.
Yeah.
And
well, I'm excited. Go ahead, sorry.
Ubisoft, like EA does the same thing. They showed that one game at the beginning of the Microsoft press conference, that really colorful, like 2D side scroller game.
Yeah.
EA makes a game similar to that. I think it might be Ubisoft. I don't know. One or the other. They make a game called Ori and the Blind Forest that's very similar. It might be Ubisoft, but Ubisoft is very good at making like small little indie style games in that line of games, like 2D side scroller platformer type games. So they'll probably have a few of those that they might announce, and it's going to be interesting because like Ubisoft kind of like surprised everybody last year by winning over everyone because everybody else's show was kind of shit last year. And this year, Microsoft, right out of the gate, is just not pulling any punches. Like, I very much enjoyed what they have to show. And we got dates for a lot of games that people have been waiting for almost decades. Kingdom Hearts 3 got a fucking release date. Like,
yeah, that's one of the games, like, I haven't played any of the Kingdom Hearts, but I am going to definitely get this Kingdom Hearts
the only
you know, it looked really good, and I would like to play at least one.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't come out until next year. I think the release date on that was like January 29th, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, January 29th.
I hope they do a little bit more work on it because I noticed that the audio and like the mouth movements of the characters wasn't really matching.
Synced.
But not necessarily synced, but like whenever Olaf was talking from Frozen, the snowman, like his mouth was barely moving. Like it looked like they weren't finished with the animations for that. So I hope it looks a little bit better and runs a little bit smoother in that regard whenever it comes out. But I still need to go back and play the second one. I've only ever played the first one.
I haven't even played the first one. But I mean, Luke wants to play the Division, the first Division, before the Division 2 comes out, and I mean,
well, that's at
I
that
don't know
point.
If we're gonna do a series like we did last time, with the Division first.
I don't even. I'm not planning to, but I never even bought the DLC for the first game.
Yeah,
I still want to get. I want to get Fallout 4 and play through that before the new one. But again, I don't know. I don't think they set a date here for Fallout 76, but Bethesda is extremely good about that. Like they will announce a game and it'll be out like 4 months later. They did that with Fallout 4. So I fully expect Fallout 76 before the end of the year. Fully expect that. Like, I mean, we still have...
I don't remember seeing a date for it, but again, this was Microsoft, not Bethesda.
Yeah, if they're going to show a date, it'll probably be tonight, but there's still a lot of like stuff in the air in terms of that because delays and whatnot. You know, even Bethesda, Fallout 76 could get a date tonight for November of this year and then wind up getting delayed until March. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that Sony has become more and more prevalent about is they will not announce a date until they're confident that they will be able to hit it. And that's one of the reasons why Spider-Man, of the 4 major games that they're going to show at Sony's press conference tomorrow, Spider-Man is the only one with a concrete release date as of right now. But it's going to be a crazy year for Xbox. There's a lot of games for that. And hopefully when the Cuphead DLC comes out, because you know me, I'm a junkie for physical media and stuff like that. Like I refuse to buy anything digital if I can avoid it. The company that makes Cuphead did say that they are going to work on physical releases for that game. So I'm hoping that when the DLC comes out, they'll do like a complete edition. I can get the DLC and the original game physical. But
I'm hoping.
I'm going to... what were you going to say?
So didn't it only come out for like a download content or whatever for Cuphead? Or did it get a physical?
It hasn't. I mean, the company said they're going to make one, including like a collector's edition for the game, but they haven't actually said anything else. They said they're going to work on it, and they are aware that people want it, but they don't know when it will actually show up. But that's probably because they were working on this DLC, and unless they plan another DLC at some point, they're probably done working on it after this releases, and now they can actually work on the idea of doing that. The game was definitely big enough. They probably have the money to afford to put it out physically with no issues whatsoever. And at this point, I'm just waiting for that because I loved that game to death, and I've never even touched it. I've loved it since it was first shown, the art style and the fact that it's all hand-drawn. And of all the games that have been developed in the last, 10 years, that one took the most work because they hand-drew every single frame of animation. And they're doing... Yeah, I didn't know that, and they're doing the same thing from what they said. They didn't show very much of anything for the game, but apparently Battletoads is also 100% hand-drawn, which is exciting. I love that kind of graphical style in games. Hand-drawn stuff in games is amazing to me. But I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. I will be back later tonight. I'm not sure if anyone will join me, but...
I'll most likely be here. Dawn passed out, so I don't think I'm going to...
Well, we have about 3.5 hours until the Bethesda stream starts, so we will be back then, probably about 15 minutes before, and we'll discuss a little bit after and see what happens. Until then, I want to thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for tuning in. I love you all. Ta-ta.
Ipolai.